Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another episode on the Royals on the Road and it's a very special one क्योंकि आज हमारे साथ एक special guest है from the enemy territory. Just joking, not enemy, but we got a very special guest in Kunal Samant, also known as the Blue Hoodie Guy, and he is known. I think many of you must have seen him. उसका ये जो चेहरा है आप देख चुके होंगे मुंबई इंडियंस के YouTube चैनल पे when they host MI Live. So it's really great to have Mumbai Indians representative on our channel for the first time on Super Royals. We got someone from the other team, so we have plenty of talking points to discuss. So Kunal bhai, first of all, thank you for coming. It's good to have
Love
you
it. Thanks a lot. I thought you were going to mention about the Harsha Bhogle thing, वो जो वाला face था वो वाला. But yeah, you've seen me on MI Live. That's a better way to introduce.
Exactly. Yeah, हर्षा भोगले का मतलब वो तो अलग ही बात है यार. And also, just for a reference to all the audience who are watching, Kunal Samant is one of the biggest fan of Jaydev Unadkat. तो I think Jaydev Unadkat तो राजस्थान रॉयल्स का तो कनेक्शन हमें पता ही है. तो he was very happy when Mumbai Indians got Jaydev Unadkat. So he तभी जब से वो हुआ है तो he was waiting for this opportunity to be on Super Royals.
I'm
But
here just to thank you guys. Upayan, Kabir, Rishikesh, thanks for giving us Jaidev Unadkat. हम लोग का strike हो रहा है अभी वो.
You guys
definitely.
give us Butler. That's the least we can do.
Bolty also.
And bold दे दिया dude.
Indians
और क्या चाहिए तुम लोग को?
MIRR का तो मतलब रिलेशन ही कुछ अलग है. So we'll talk about that a lot. So,
Yeah.
but firstly, let us start off today's show by highlighting some key performances from our Rajasthan Royals players in today's game against Zimbabwe. First of all, Sanju Samson got his first man of the match in ODI cricket, scoring an unbeatable 43 of 38. I mean, he finished it off with a 6, and just like a typical wicketkeeper batting in Indian team, he was exceptional. So Sanju Samson के लिए hats off. Kabir Rupayan, any words on our skipper Sanju Samson, and also our very own Skiddy Prasidh Krishna's performance today? I mean, he was simply brilliant as well. He got one wicket, but I think he bowled really well as well. So what are your thoughts on that?
I'm just really happy to see the performance. संजू तो IPL के बाद से वो maturity जो गेम में आई है कैप्टेंसी के बाद से, it's really nice to see. And Skiddy, again, he will develop. I think we can all see he'll develop into a beautiful player. उनकी bowling कभी wickets आए नहीं आए कुछ भी हो, but bowling हमेशा on point रहती है. And the consistency, I think, is something to really marvel about.
Exactly, consistency will come with experience. So Hrishikesh bhai, आपको भी आपकी तरफ भी same question आता है. Before that, hello to Nikunj bhai, good to see you in the comment section. Mir is also joined in. तो जो भी देख रहे हैं YouTube पे, make sure you comment your thoughts, your opinions. आपके questions भी है तो भेज दो. कुणाल भाई आज है हमारे साथ 1 घंटे तक. He will answer definitely. So I think we will have a lots of fun on the show. But Hrishikesh, your thoughts on Sanju Samson's performance and also Skiddy's performance in today's game?
Really happy that Sanju is performing consistently because previously काफी लोग बोल रहे थे कि consistency नहीं दिख रहा है संजू सैमसन में. तो ये एक major point है कि संजू सैमसन consistency दिखा रहा है. So yeah, every Royal fan is very happy. And Skiddy, well, great performance by him too. And yes, as Kabir said, he can be a great bowler in the future.
Definitely, indeed. So good day for Rajasthan Royals fans today because we got to see two of our stars in action doing well. But talking about the main hype match which is going to be there just next week, I mean, 8 दिन का ही बस gap है. तो कुणाल भाई, let us talk about India versus Pakistan. Asia Cup आ रहा है. तो एशिया कप के बारे में थोड़ा बात करते हैं उपायन, ऋषिकेश एंड कबीर एंड ऑल्सो कुणाल. तो let us throw this question firstly in the comment section. Let us know your favorite India-Pakistan match. And we would love to discuss what it is. So starting off with you, Kunal bhai, India Pakistan का तो hype ही अलग रहता है. We have seen even content creator जैसे आप जैसे लोग रहते हैं, we really do well. We really thrive on India Pakistan game because वो match ऐसा रहता है जहाँ पे both the countries are glued to their TV sets to watch it. Be it a T20, be it a ODI match, or be it any kind of a match. But India Pakistan है तो मतलब सब लोग ही देखेंगे. So what are your favorite memories watching India Pakistan match?
Bro, मेरा earliest memory has to be Asia Cup. I'm not sure if it was 2008 या 10 वाला, but तभी हरभजन सिंह ने शोएब अख्तर को शोएब अख्तर को नहीं, जब वो 6 मारने के बाद शोएब अख्तर को दिखाया था. तो that was an epic, that was शोएब अख्तर, right? He did the ठीक है चल करके. But yeah, that was hands down my favorite moment of it. ऊपर से like MS Dhoni was the captain, so तभी का like I think I was 10 or 12-year-old back then. So तभी का it was like just जीतते ही जा रहे सब कुछ. So I think we won 2007 T20 Cup. फिर 2008 का था शायद से, और it was 2010, I don't remember properly. That has to be my
2010 I
favorite
guess.
one.
2010,
And
yeah.
okay, 2010. And another memory which I remember, the match didn't go in our favor, but Bhuvi ka first over, 4 या 5 outswingers and the last in swinger. What
His
a
debut match,
beauty.
yeah.
Yeah, debut pe wo bhi. So I still remember those two incidents and I love it.
Definitely. I mean, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar का वो जो series था, and unfortunately we weren't on the winning side in that T20 in that ODI series and T20 series, but that was an exceptional debut for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Upan, coming to you, your favorite India-Pakistan memory?
My first and earliest memory is that of the 2007 World T20 final. I think nobody expected both the sides to be in
Oh,
the final, given
yeah.
the kind of year that they were having. And both the sides did really well. The intensity was very high, and good enough for us that we ended up in the winning side. I think वो जो last over था, that nobody as an Indian supporter can ever forget, and probably also Misbah-ul Haq, he probably wouldn't really forget that.
Yeah. Bro,
Misbah
उस
Ulaq
मैच
and
में भी
India.
उस मैच में भी आई रिमेम्बर दिस टू रवि शास्त्री का कमेंट्री। तो पहला वाला जब वो आगे के सिक्स मारता है ना, तो पहले ही वाज लाइक इन द एयर, एंड देन ही रियलाइज्ड ओ माय गॉड इट्स अ सिक्स, बट ही हाइप्ड इट अप लाइक इट्स अ सिक्स, एंड उसके अगले बॉल पे ही गॉट आउट। तो ही, इफ यू नोटिस द डिफरेंस था, पहले हवा में जाके ही शाउटेड इन द एयर, बट श्रीशांत वाला जब कैच था ही वेटेड, भाई पक्का हाथ में जा रहा है ना, ओनली देन ही शाउटेड। जस्ट वॉच इट इन द रिप्ले एक बार ठीक से। सो आई लव रवि शास्त्री एंड गावस्कर क्योंकि दे आर लाइक अपने जैसे फैंस है वो, दे डोंट गो इन एज एक्सपर्ट्स और एनीवन, हार्डकोर फैंस है। एंड ऊपर से आईपीएल के टाइम एंजॉयड इवन मोर क्योंकि दे आर हार्डकोर एमआई फैंस एज वेल। लेट्स जस्ट एक्सेप्ट इट ओवर हियर।
Yeah, देखो मतलब we are just 6 minutes into the show and Kunal Samant has already mentioned MI, so this is gonna keep on continuing. But yeah, यार मतलब वो मैच याद करके definitely gives a chills. I mean, I was just a 7-year-old kid watching it with my family and Tata Sky तभी था हम लोग के पास, and it was a 10-second delay with the cable. तो बाहर केबल था और अंदर टाटा स्काई था, so बाहर मेरे डैड ऑलरेडी सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं and we are just wondering क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे. So it was really an unbelievable feeling. निकुंज भाई ने अपनी मेमोरी बताई है, मुनाफ पटेल्स एपिक विकेट ऑफ अब्दुल रजाक इन 2011 semis. Yeah, yeah. 2011 semi-final was, yeah. 2011 semi-final. I think we actually won it from a very difficult position in the second. एक टाइम पे ऐसे लग रहा था कि they are cruising to the target, but we really managed to do well. Rishikesh, coming to you, your favorite memory?
Favorite memory actually काफी है, but I'll mention 3 of them. फर्स्ट स्टार्टिंग की 2007 वर्ल्ड कप, उसमें जब हम लोग बॉल आउट करके जीते थे वो एक, उसके बाद 2007 फाइनल्स, देन 2011 सेमीफाइनल्स, ऑल 3 आर माय फेवरेट्स।
ओके,
सब बोल दिया।
हाँ वही, बट या इट्स गुड, आई थिंक, या आई मीन आई एग्री, सब बहुत अच्छे मैचेस थे।
सब है,
really
काफी है, बट
surprised कि-
इट्स रियली हार्ड टू पिक फ्यू ऑफ देम, इट्स रियली हार्ड।
आई एम रियली सरप्राइज्ड कि कोई अभी तक वो बॉल आउट वाले मैच क्यों नहीं बता रहा है। आई मीन दैट वाज सच अ रेयर थिंग। हाँ, जस्ट वही मतलब वही याद करके मुझे पता है, बिकॉज आई थॉट कि मेजॉरिटी ऑफ अस विल बी सेइंग अबाउट दैट बॉल आउट वाला मैच, बिकॉज अभी उसके बाद आई डोंट थिंक एक भी बॉल आउट हुआ है। आई थिंक डायरेक्टली सुपर ओवर चालू हुआ।
That was the only one, I think.
Bro, but tell me, क्योंकि I remember watching the match, sorry to interrupt, मुझे उसी मैच का याद है, again 2007, तो I was probably a 9-year-old kid, so I don't remember it that vividly, but उसमें it was कि दोनों are already through to the next round. Is that true? क्योंकि मुझे I mean ball out में दोनों teams काफी relaxed थे, so because I think there was a parallelly a match going on, and उसके result की वजह से India Pakistan या फिर at least India, I think वो already into the next round, I think semis पहुंच गए थे, बस position कौन सा पता नहीं था। एंड उस वजह से इफ यू वॉच द बॉल आउट, इफ इट्स अ मतलब आई थिंक सुपर 8 था तभी, या सुपर 4, आई डोंट रिमेंबर, तो उसमें
सुपर 8 है।
सुपर 8, तो उसमें वी वर नॉट स्ट्रेस्ड आउट बिकॉज उस, क्योंकि तभी जस्ट ऐसा, वो मुझे याद नहीं, इफ एनीवन रिमेंबर्स प्लीज कमेंट में बता दो कि क्या हुआ था सिचुएशन, बिकॉज इट्स अ वेरी चिल्ड आउट बॉल आउट। कैन यू इमेजिन अ प्रॉपर मैच जहां पर, हाँ, तो आई एम स्टिल ट्राइंग टू रिकलेक्ट दैट मेमोरी, बट आई विल चेक लेटर ऑन।
I think वो time पे I remember we were in a crunch situation against South Africa. We were required to defend a target by and win by 20 or 30 runs to qualify. I think वो Super 8 का था या semi-final का था, I'm not sure. But yeah, comment section में बता दो if Kunal here is right or wrong.
Semis was with
भाई कह रहे
Australia,
कि
right?
yeah, Australia semi-final. यार
देखो
निकुंज भाई क्यों याद दिला रहे हो ये यार. I mean,
क्या
we
ब्रो
already have a Mumbai Indian fan on the show here, but that evening, man, that evening in 2017, it was horrible. But Pakistan really outplayed us there, and second innings, मतलब first innings में match खत्म हो गई थी. Let's be fair, we weren't chasing over 300 runs in a final, to be very honest. So yeah, I mean that was
बट
a bad
उसमें
memory.
भी
But
संचित इट्स अ लिटिल बिट डिबेटेबल क्योंकि मैं बहुत जनों को सोशल मीडिया पे देखता हूँ से कि यार टॉस के बाद ये करना चाहिए था इंस्टेड ऑफ चेजिंग सो डू यू एग्री विद दैट और डू यू थिंक फॉर मी आई एग्री प्रेशर है बट एटलीस्ट यू नो हाउ मच इज रिक्वायर्ड ऑफ हाउ मेनी डिलीवरीज नहीं तो आजकल पता है 200 300 मारो तो भी चेज हो जाता है या उस हिसाब से आई फील चेजिंग वाज द राइट थिंग टू डू बट वी कुडंट पुल इट ऑफ वेल दैट्स माय ओपिनियन व्हाट अबाउट यू गाइस
I think I completely agree with you, Kunal, because वही tournament में just the semi-final we managed to chase 260 against Bangladesh. We managed to win by 8 or 9 wickets. So it was really fair enough to just win the toss and chase in the final. But yeah, I mean वही बात करते हैं ना कि अगर रिजल्ट एक तरफ गया तो भी रेट्रोस्पेक्ट अरे ये करना चाहिए था. Even that happened with Rajasthan Royals. I remember lots of conversation after the final saying that Sanju should have bowled first and we should have chased in that final. But yeah, I mean final mein you really need to do what you can do best. So Rajasthan thought that ki batting first karna chahiye tha. वैसे India thought in 2017 that chasing was our X factor, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. Anyways, Pratisha ने भी उनकी favorite memory बताई है 183 by Kohli in 2012 Asia Cup. I mean 183 was like the ऐसे ट्रेडमार्क की मतलब 183 मारो कैप्टनसी पाओ. कितने कैप्टन्स आके 183 मार के गए यार. मतलब that is why I think Rohit Sharma didn't get captaincy because he scored directly 200 मार गया 183 नहीं मारा. But yeah, definitely good memories. Kabir, what about you, man?
हाँ सो आई मीन मोस्टली मेरे वाले भी मेंशन कर दिए पर मैं एक गेम मेंशन करूंगा जो मैंने लाइव तो देखा नहीं क्योंकि मैं था ही नहीं तब मैं छोटा हूँ बहुत तो आई एम बोर्न इन 2005 बट दिस गेम वाज इन 2003 कराची and so India scored 349 I think around that 350 kind of and Rahul Dravid got 99 and Sehwag too I think like they both made a really good partnership तो highlights में मैंने वो मैच देखा है और I really enjoyed मतलब इंडिया की बैटिंग इस लेवल पे इतनी हार्ड हिटिंग तो काफी इंटरेस्टिंग मैच था और फाइनली आई थिंक पाकिस्तान ने भी कमबैक किया था तो बहुत क्लोज हो गया था एंड आई थिंक इंजमाम उल हक की सेंचुरी हुई थी उस मैच में but then finally India pulled it off by a very close margin so I think सब कुछ था उस मैच में hard hitting and close margin and really good finish so I think that was a good match
2005 man मतलब I am really jealous of you Kabir because you actually grew up watching India's most dominant era मतलब हम लोग जब grow up हो रहे थे तो we were used to watching India get dominated by Australia South Africa मतलब घर पे तो home dominance तो देखा ही नहीं कुणाल कोई भी आके जीत के जाता था even South Africa didn't lose against us at home so I'm really jealous of you Kabir I mean the post 2010 period especially in test cricket was our best time to be very honest but yeah definitely some great memories there कमेंट से भी इंटरेक्ट कर लेते हैं तो काफी कमेंट्स आ गए लेट अस टेक देम वन बाय वन यस मीर भाई कह रहे वी ऑलरेडी टर्न जयपुर पिंक टुडे सो few of our super royals got a catch up at Jaipur today they met up for a lunch so it was really a great thing unfortunately जो मुंबई रहते जो other parts रहते we couldn't catch up but hopefully soon next month well, good to see you enjoying मीर भाई
Guys, but तुम लोग का vibe काफी अच्छा है. Like I remember watching a match with you guys, not with you guys as such. हम लोग same stand में थे at the 1K day. And तभी जो Super Royals एक साथ एक I think you had a I don't know you call it. It's not a stand exactly, but एक square था तुम लोग का जहाँ पर तुम लोग सब बैठे थे. And the vibe was really good. And you were in the zone. मैं कब से देख रहा हूँ कि it was वो ऋषभ पंत का हुआ था ना कि भारा वाला वो मैच था. And हाँ तो तभी it was great to see you guys really chilling around having fun फिर बीच में तुम लोग आपके social media admin we can't name him you constantly calling him out and then he's waving at you guys वो सब it's a great vibe actually to watch
yeah I mean Kunal bhai आपने कहा कि chilled out environment था but let me be honest it wasn't chilled out in that final over I mean final over में पूरा Rajasthan Royals का fan we were शांत I mean we didn't know what to expect but when Obed McCoy got him out तभी you saw me doing that pose in the stands it was like a relief kind of a pose but yeah I mean that match was
coincidentally मैंने दो देखे एक RCB RR देखा so RR was common in both the games I just realized that and KKR LSG देख लिया था तो उसमें RR नहीं था So yeah.
You only watch the best teams, Kunal, so don't worry.
Oh come
फिर से आजा
on.
देख. Anyways, सुरेंद्र
Yeah.
है भाई कह रहे संजू सैमसन edit loading कल post होगा. Definitely, we really enjoy
Nice.
watching fans edits on
Yeah.
Twitter. I mean, Rajasthan Royals fans are known for their wonderful edits on Twitter. सुरेंद्र भाई का भी देख लो, follow him on Twitter. You can see him regularly interacting with the Super Royals. So जाके देख लो, उनकी edits कल आ जाएगी. So we'll see definitely lots of Sanju Samson content because of his performance today. We
Yeah.
talked about it today earlier in the show. So hopefully more of such performances in the future as well. Kanishak bhai, hello friend, sorry late हो गया. Don't worry bhai, आप आ गए उतना ही काफी है. It was really yes, Sanju performance we talked about it. It was really great to see him do well. Prasanna, good to see you here. बोल रहे हैं कि both encounters in
Like
2018 Asia Cup where we swiped Pakistan like Tinder, total dominance. I think
Yeah.
we managed to win one game by 9 wickets and another game by 8 wickets, if I'm not wrong. Rohit Sharma ने century मारी थी, or was it Shikhar Dhawan? I'm not sure, but we won it convincingly. तो 2018 की जो ODI team थी ना guys, I think that was our best ODI team. So unfortunately we couldn't translate into a World Cup win next year,
Yeah.
but that was a phenomenal ODI team as well. तो काफी इंडिया पाकिस्तान हो गई, तो लेट अस डू सम लिटिल बिट ऑफ प्रेडिक्शन गाइस. तो वी आल्सो गॉट मुंबई इंडियंस का फैन हियर विद अस. तो मुंबई इंडियंस प्लेयर्स आर आल्सो गोना बी इन द इंडिया स्क्वाड. वी गॉट सूर्य कुमार यादव and Rohit Sharma, the captain, leading the Indian side in that tournament. And also from the Royals end, we got our very own magician Yuzvendra Chahal and a returning Ravichandran Ashwin. So let us start off with you, Kunal. Your predicted 11 for India Pakistan. And while Kunal answers this, comment section में भी आपसे बताना चाहता हूँ. You can also name your India Pakistan 11 for India in the comment section. We'll see what you guys have to check. See and देखते हैं कितने matching results मिलते हैं. But Kunal, what about you?
Bro, I don't have an exact 11 ki list with me. Let's do one thing. If someone else has the list, I'll see whether I agree with this or not. उस हिसाब से add कर देता हूँ. क्योंकि I really haven't created my 11 yet. So anyone? Kabir? Upayan? Anyone?
honestly, I think even Rahul Dravid hasn't got a formal 11 list right now because
Yeah.
there's been too many changes. There's been too
I
many
know.
experiments that India has
Yeah.
done in the last few matches, in the last few series. I have a bad feeling that maybe in Asia Cup we might end up doing that. If you remember, every time Rahul Dravid was the coach, every time he had in the under 19 World Cup, just before that we used to have an Asia Cup, and he used to do all his experiments with the team there, selecting his first 11 and everything. And I kind of believe that that's exactly what he's going to do. Whether he's going to put Arshdeep or Avesh Khan, whether Ashwin plays ahead of Jadeja, or who comes to open for India alongside Rohit Sharma. I think there are a lot of questions that needs to be answered, and I think Rahul Dravid definitely needs some answers for that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
मेरे
जैसे
हिसाब से
कुणाल ने कहा
हमें
कि
बैटिंग में डेप्थ चाहिए. सॉरी सचिन, मैं बोल रहा था आई थिंक मतलब बाकी कुछ भी हो, व्हाट आई रियली फेल्ट अबाउट एमआई एज वेल दिस सीजन, 5-6 विकेट डाउन इट कैन नॉट बी कि तुम लोग के बॉलर्स आ रहे हैं अभी. दिस यूज्ड टू हैपन अंडर विराट कोहलीज कैप्टेंसी, जब उसका टीम वाज अबाउट स्पेशलिस्ट बैट्समैन, स्पेशलिस्ट बॉलर्स, कि 5-6 विकेट्स गया, फिर चहल और इससे एक्सपेक्ट कर लो कि चेस कर देगा, व्हिच इज नॉट फेयर टू चहल एज वेल. मतलब चहल इज अ वेरी गुड बॉलर, बट उसे मतलब 8 डाउन या 9 डाउन ठीक है वो. अभी आई रिमेंबर अंडर एमएस धोनी एज वेल एंड इवन अंडर रोहित शर्मा इन द 2018 एशिया कप या फिर लीडर्स ट्रॉफी की 6-7 विकेट के बाद भी वी हैड प्रॉपर बैट्समैन एज इन bowlers who could bat really well. Ashwin, I don't really consider him as a bowler only. He's a proper all-rounder. Someone like I don't know. और कौन है ऐसे बहुत ज्यादा है which can is Zahir Khan used to properly bat. He could bat. Harbhajan
Huda
Singh.
is also there. Deepak Huda is also an option.
Yeah,
He just
Huda
bowled
है.
recently.
Yeah.
तो यहाँ पे
So these
प्लेइंग 11 आ गई है कुणाल भाई. तो जैसे आप कह रहे थे कि समवन प्लीज मेंशन इट प्लेइंग 11, हमारे कमेंट सेक्शन में कनिष्क वाज द फर्स्ट वन टू डू इट. तो इसके प्लेइंग 11 देखते हैं एंड विल डिस्कस अराउंड हिम. सो ही इज सेइंग रोहित राहुल डेफिनेटली ओपनर्स, कोहली at 3, Surya 4, Hardik DK 5, 6, Jadeja at 7, Ashwin, Bhuvi, Arshdeep or UC and UC. I'm not sure if he's keeping Yuzvendra Chahal as a backup. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. But
नहीं, that's and because 11 लोग हैं.
and हाँ 11 एग्जैक्ट लिस्ट की है. So yeah.
अरे हाँ 11 है.
I think एक controversial चीज यहाँ पे कि पंत को ड्रॉप किया है, तो
is it a controversy, Kabir? I mean, in T20s, do you think Pant is a definite starter?
No, but you do need a left-hander, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
sometimes because
why would you not want to have somebody like him? Yeah, sorry, Kabir.
Yeah, I
Let's
was
just
just
think
saying.
Pant. Yeah, let's just say Pant is a starter. So in this 11, where would you want to fit Rishabh Pant? Would he play in place
That's the
of
thing.
Dinesh Karthik?
I think only maybe in place of Dinesh Karthik it's there, and Pant could move to 4 or 5, and then Hardik could move to 6. But DK in his
See,
current form is basically undroppable. So
exactly. So
काफी
I think
मुश्किल
Pant
होगी.
ko we shouldn't really look at him as a finisher by any way. He has to be someone who just pressure को हटा दिया, आके फटाफट मार दिया. उस position में then ideally it has to be somewhere at the top. But you can't remove someone like KL and bring in Pant. Like I like Pant. मतलब उसका जो concept है, like he'll start hitting straight starting से. But sometimes it gets a little risky. So honestly,
Exactly.
World T20 sorry 2019 कप पे भी अगर पंत के बदले और इवन तभी का पंत तो और रिस्की था. अभी तो he has a lot more game sense. But we need someone who can actually play sensible innings and attack as well. So someone like Surya would be really good.
If you
Like I
look
would, I
at this
was backing
particular, oh yeah,
Ishan as
sorry.
well, but then Ishan ka recent matches me he hasn't really performed, so I can't even say his name, and he's not even picked in the squad, so that's a different case. But yeah, so someone like ऋषभ would मतलब ईशान को मैं उस एंगल में देखता हूँ कि स्टार्ट में अटैक करेगा जो ऋषभ भी कर सकता है. Yes,
Speaking
Sanjay.
about Pant,
Mhm.
Yeah,
so
like
Prasanna
if
already named. Yeah, open.
sorry. So if you look at this particular 11 that PB Talks has mentioned, the top five out of all those batsmen, like the top five, everyone can actually open for the team. Like they have had experience opening for the team, and one must question, like, what is the best position for somebody like a Virat Kohli to play? Do you really want to keep him at number three and demote Sky at number four? Or you want to bring Sky at number three, Pant at number four, and put a question mark behind Kohli's position. Of course, you don't want to put KL at number five, but Kohli at number one and Rohit at number two. It sounds like quite a daunting opening pair, right? So that is
Mhm.
probably one headache that India team will have.
It is very interesting कि people are mentioning Jadeja and Ashwin to play together because I remember काफी conversation थे कि it will be either Jadeja or Ashwin, but just because Harshal Patel is now ruled out because of an
Yeah,
injury, potentially could miss out the T20 World Cup as well. That is why we need an all-rounder in that slot, and maybe we are playing
yeah.
Ashwin there. But let's
But
see if
bro,
it can be a
तीन spinners
long-term
रहे
option.
तो उसने UZ, Jadeja,
Exactly.
and Ashwin. That's a little bit.
It may work in UAE.
No,
It
but
may
yeah,
work in
it's
UAE,
exactly it's the UAE, right?
but Australia,
And if
like we are
Hardik,
playing this. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
also if Hardik's bowling is like as reliable as it was in IPL, then we can take a
yeah.
look because at least three
Ha.
pacers we need.
Right.
So if Hardik
Yeah.
is reliable, then I think it can be a viable option.
Yeah, I agree with Kabir. I think he's already shown some glimpses that he is reliable in this year. सुरेंद्र भाई की 11 देख लेते हैं. रोहित राहुल कोहली. I think the top three is going to remain the same for everyone. Sky Huda, Deepak Huda, he is backing him at number 5. Very interesting. Then who will be the
भाई
keeper in
कीपिंग
this
कौन
11?
करेगा?
Rahul. I don't think Rahul is gonna
Rahul,
keep. Let's be fair.
then
नहीं
he's
करेगा.
going for
लखनऊ
Rahul
के लिए
for
भी नहीं.
sure. Yeah, yeah, right.
I don't
He's
think.
ओके ओके या
yeah, but he's going for Rahul. That's what I think. नहीं तो और कौन है? कोई है ही नहीं ऐसा.
मुझे नहीं लगता कि राहुल
Yeah.
कीपिंग करेंगे. Even if he's asked to do it, I don't think he's going to.
बिल्कुल नहीं करना चाहिए
But,
मतलब.
But if you look
मैं
at
but
the
yeah,
bowling options, like who do you see bowling for death for bowling at the death for India? Like
Bhuvi Ashdeep.
Arshdeep is definitely there. So Bhuvaneshwar, I think that he will be there right at the top, and you might see him bowling 3 overs in the power play, and maybe 1 over in the middle overs or something. But somebody like Arshdeep alongside maybe Yuzvendra Chahal, because Yuzvendra Chahal has had experience bowling those crucial overs for Rajasthan Royals, and he did mention that before going into this year's IPL,
Mhm.
Rohit Sharma had asked him to prepare for the death overs, and that's what Sanju Samson made him do in the IPL. So maybe Yuzi and Arshdeep seem like a good fit for their death options.
Also, the best part is कि पांड्या भी पावर प्ले में बॉलिंग डाल सकता है आजकल, तो we
Mhm.
can save some of the
Yeah.
overs from the likes of
Right.
Arshdeep in the power play and directly उसको end overs में डाल सकते हैं. So that's a good added advantage we have. Pratisha, last 11 देख लेते हैं before we move on to the next topic. She's saying Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, Sky, Pant, Hardik, Jadeja, Ashwin, Bhuvi, Arshdeep. I think this is the same as
Yeah.
Prasanna's 11,
Fair enough.
apart
Yeah.
from, yeah, I think it's almost the same. So this can be the realistic 11, to be very honest. I don't think Rishabh Pant is going to get dropped. So maybe Dinesh Karthik will have to sit down. It can't be both Rishabh and Dinesh Karthik, let's be fair. It will be either one of them. And given the current context, Rishabh Pant खेलेगा. So this might be
Mhm.
the 11 we might see against Pakistan. So let's see what happens. But it looks like a very very strong strong 11 as well, because आज ये एक ऐसी न्यूज आई है कुणाल भाई कि उनके प्राइम बॉलर शाहीन अफरीदी
Yeah,
has
yeah,
been ruled out, so
yeah,
we can actually breathe a little bit better, because of especially the right-handed openers in our squad, because we
yeah,
are terrible against left arm paces, let's be fair.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we can breathe a little bit better. So
I
that's
think
Also,
it's a
good.
little
Hassan
fair
Ali is his
क्योंकि
replacement.
धूप भी नहीं है.
हसन अली है यार,
Yeah.
मतलब बट आई वोंट से एनीथिंग because कुछ भी हो सकता है यार,
Dude,
T20
Hassan
फॉर्मेट.
Ali is the guy जिसने एक बार सेलिब्रेट करते करते ये पुल किया. Okay. Yeah. ठीक है.
यार डेडमैन सेज कह रहे थॉट्स ऑन विजय
2022
शंकर
किया
एट
था.
7. विजय शंकर एट 7 मैन,
Yeah.
आई थिंक
Very
दैट विल
much.
बी अ गेम चेंजर हो जाए. आई थिंक
I
इट्स
think
जस्ट
that
शो
Ambati Rayudu will be matching the.
अभी राहुल द्रविड़ को कॉल करके बताना पड़ेगा. ये तो बिल्कुल ही करता है.
Do you guys watch his channel? Dead Man Says करके. He's
या
kind of fun. Yeah.
आई डू वॉच इट. मस्त बंदा है.
Yeah.
तो इफ यू गाइस हैवंट सीन इट, जाके फॉलो कर दो उसको, इज अ ग्रेट पर्सन. So anyways, we talked about India-Pakistan prediction bhi kar li. So let us now move a little bit back and appreciate the kind of a performance our ladies have had in the Commonwealth Bank Games. We reached the final. Unfortunately, just final match we lost it narrowly against world champions Australia. So it was a heartbreak at the end, but amazing performance from our women's team, and definitely the progress is there. So Upayan, Kunal, Rishikesh, Kabir, women's cricket team, they are definitely doing really well. Plus with the women's IPL just around the corner,
Oh,
rumored
yes.
women's IPL almost about to be official, how big of a confidence booster this will be for our ladies?
Very much. I think it काफी like the women's IPL की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं. I think it's a great concept and it's high time. I think it should have been done a few years ago itself. But ठीक है. I think we were at least trying with the supernovas and this team. So maybe एक थोड़ा effort दिख रहा है. I think they were testing if people really want to watch it. And luckily we guys did. And उसकी वजह से they are thinking कि अभी proper मतलब there'll be a proper team and everything. So I think that's going to benefit a lot. And Commonwealth का I think मतलब yes we did well but we should have won the final guys. हाथ की मैच थी. It reminded me of South Africa choking in the crucial matches रहता है ना. It was a typical scene. इतनी हाथ की मैच. I don't even think Australia would have thought to win कि ये situation से जीत सकते हैं. And it's really disheartening to see. मतलब मैं actually phone पे देख रहा था and like I could like पता नहीं क्या था यार कितने runouts. And runouts is probably like Gurkirat mentions the worst way to get out. जरूरत ही नहीं थी उतने भागने की. But ठीक है, I think we're proud of the silver medal. But again, I think I like how Indian women's team का भी standard अभी Indian men's team जैसा हो रहा है. Finals हारा मतलब छह बकवास वैसा. That means you're doing really well in world cricket.
Exactly, and I completely agree with that. Plus, because जो final में हम लोग ने देखा, that wasn't common, to be very honest. We have seen that happening in 2017 World Cup final as well against England. So it will be better. It will do better with the more
Exposure
experience
मिलेगा.
that our
हाँ भाई.
exposure मिलेगा. तो I think definitely that is why I think ये जो women's IPL जो आने वाला है, it is going to be a revolutionary game changer for our women's team. Not just Indian cricket, but also women's cricket overall. Because IPL है तो पूरा वर्ल्ड ही अट्रैक्ट होने वाला है, be it men's or be it women's. So that will definitely be a game changer. So moving forward, guys, let us talk about the Asia Cup. The World Cup is just around the corner. तो एशिया कप के बारे में बात कर ली थी हम लोग ने. तो वर्ल्ड कप, with the World Cup just around the corner, any concerns that we would want to address going ahead into the Asia Cup? ऐसे कौन से concerning points दिखते हैं in our squad? I think I feel that it is going to be our middle overs bowling and batting depth. I think we have it, but still Jadeja, I don't know whether to trust him as a bowler or not. So I'm still skeptical about Jadeja the bowler. What about you guys? Any concerns going ahead into the World Cup?
Not about any
मेरे लिए
specific positions, but
हाँ
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. नहीं, so for me it has to be कि पहले का team, like we used to know, especially under MS धोनी की बात करें 2007 the golden era of Indian cricket 2007 to 13 probably, जहाँ पर हम लोग जो टूर्नामेंट जा रहे जीत रहे. So तभी का एक चीज was very much clear. Even the 2015 cup I would say कि we knew कि क्या playing 11 है, and even the players knew कि मेरे बाद ये आएगा वो आएगा, and अगर हारेंगे तो I think he used to make one change. So तभी वो एक switch कर देता था. So I think that is something that's missing. Like last World T20 पे हम लोग हारे. The whole reason is कि we were not like, it's like West Indies. सब star players है, but उन लोग को एक साथ खेलने की आदत ही नहीं है. एक rhythm में आना चाहिए ना. So that is something we're missing a lot, and that's scaring me because ODI World Cup is next year. And suddenly we still don't have a proper, we don't even know last ODI कब खेले. आज का we can't really count an ODI, the Zimbabwe thing, like a proper ODI series. Like under MS Dhoni, I think ODI and T20 series were a thing. Like T20 was new, but we always talk about the 7 match ODI series. We talk about tri series. तो वो एक रिदम का टीम, लाइक आई न्यू बैक देन, एक साल पहले से कि क्या 2015 वर्ल्ड कप की टीम हो गया, वही थी. लाइक शमी, ये वन, वी हैव टू स्टार्ट मेकिंग डिसीजंस राइट नाउ कि अगले कप में कौन चाहिए कौन नहीं चाहिए. एंड सडनली अभी रोहित को कैप्टनसी दे दी. सडनली रोहित हैज टू, लाइक अब इफ यू ऑब्जर्व T20 कप में भी, आई मीन T20 फॉर्मेट में भी, द मोमेंट रोहित हैज टेकन ओवर, सडनली हम लोग वो जो इंग्लैंड वगैरह खेलते हैं ना वैसा खेलना स्टार्ट किया, व्हिच इज समथिंग आई एम वेरी सपोर्टिव ऑफ. कि कोई भी बैट्समैन आएगा, यू हैव टू स्टार्ट हिटिंग, सेटल होने का, एंकर करने का संबंध ही नहीं है, व्हिच इज अ गुड थिंग. बट टीम के लिए इट्स अ वेरी कंफ्यूजिंग थिंग, क्योंकि अंडर कोहली दैट वाजंट द केस. इवन द डेप्थ, सडनली रोहित के अंदर काफी डेप्थ है, व्हिच इज अ रिलीफ फॉर द टीम. सो आई थिंक एक रिदम नाम की चीज है व्हिच टीम इंडिया शुड फोकस ऑन राइट नाउ. एंड आई थिंक रोहित इज डूइंग दैट राइट नाउ, बट इट्स टू लेट, क्योंकि हार्डली 2 महीने में वर्ल्ड T20 है अभी. So
या
yeah,
ऋषिकेश कुछ कह रहा था.
एक्चुअली कनिष्क का कमेंट भी आ गया, मैं उसके रिगार्डिंग ही बोलने वाला था कि बुमराह's फिटनेस इज रियली अ कंसर्न फॉर अस, बिकॉज यस वी हैव अर्शदीप, बट उसके साथ और एक अच्छा डेथ में बॉलिंग करने के लिए आई गेस बुमराह से अच्छा कोई है नहीं. तो एक वो एक कंसर्न था बस.
Exactly, बुमराह की फिटनेस वी आर टेकिंग इट लाइटली, ऐसे लग रहा है कि वी आर रेस्टिंग हिम, बट वी नेवर नो. बट दैट इज वी हैव टू बी अ लिटिल बिट केयरफुल, बिकॉज मोस्ट प्रोबेबली वी विल सी हिम डायरेक्टली प्ले in that Australia series. I think Australia आ रही है यहाँ पे before the World Cup, और South Africa. I mean the schedule is so confusing. कोई भी आके खेल जाता है आजकल. But it will be very, very important to monitor his fitness. कितने overs वो डालेंगे, कितने overs नहीं डालेंगे. Will we be conservative with Bumrah or not? So yeah, I think definitely a concern, especially with Harshal Patel might possibly be ruled out of the World Cup as well, because Harshal Patel भी एक ऐसे bowler थे जो death overs में was looked upon as the probable option for India, but now that's not the case. But Sanju Samson, guys, we are talking about Sanju Samson yet again. Kanish bhai keh rahe in World Cup team, so he feels that this is a concern and we should have addressed this a long time ago. But currently I don't think ये जो T20 World Cup आने वाला है उसमें chances होंगे. So let us talk about the players who are currently in good form, who have missed out on the squad. So one of them has to be Sanju Samson. So I'm going to ask this question to Upay and Kabir and Rishikesh, guys, since we are all Rajasthan Royals fans. Would you, like, keeping everything aside, biasness aside, Sanju Samson in World Cup squad, would it have been a game changer for India?
I'll go first here. I think Sanju Samson, first of all, he has performances behind him after a long, long time, right? And yeah, sure, Rishabh Pant has been pivotal in whatever games India has won in the recent past, and he's too big of a name that you would consider dropping. But right now, if you look at the second best choice in terms of wicketkeeper batsman, you have Sanju Samson. But then Sanju Samson is a like for like replacement for Rishabh Pant. Meanwhile, if you look at the second choice for like the second wicketkeeper batsman choice who's going into the Asia Cup, it is Dinesh Karthik, who's probably going to bat at number 6, 7, or even maybe Ashwin might even bat ahead of him. So I'm not sure if the team can actually afford to bring somebody like a Sanju Samson at such a low position. So that is probably one reason why he's not there in the squad, but Dinesh Karthik is, because Sanju Samson is more of an innings builder. Dinesh Karthik is a finisher, proper finisher, and he's played that role in RCB. Whereas Sanju Samson has built innings, and he's had that kind of accessibility as a captain and as a number 3 batsman in most of the matches. तो वो एक कारण से शायद संजू सैमसन ना जाए. बट अगेन रोहित शर्मा हैज ऑलवेज वाउच्ड फॉर हिज हार्ड हिटिंग एबिलिटीज एंड द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ दैट इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया. तो इफ somebody like Sanju Samson is there, at the same time somebody like Rishabh Pant is also there, so you do have an option. And like I said, there will be a biasness for Rishabh Pant because of the kind of performances that he's given in almost all formats except T20. And Samson's performances hasn't really come against sides which are ranked really high or so. So that is definitely a reason why he's not going in the flight for Australia.
यार तुम लोग डिसाइड कर रहे हो, मतलब यू स्पोक अबाउट डीके एज अ कीपर, संजू, मैं होप करो ईशान को भी चांस मिले. नाउ आई नो हाउ डिफिकल्ट इट इज फॉर ईशान टू गेट अ चांस. बट यार लाइक स्पीकिंग अबाउट संजू एज वेल, समवेयर आई फील कि मतलब या आई एग्री ही हैजंट परफॉर्म्ड अप टू द मार्क कि वो कंफर्म हो जाए, बट उसको उतना चांस भी नहीं मिला. जस्ट हैविंग हिम इन द बेंच डजंट मीन कि उसको चांस दिया है उतना. ओवर द इयर्स आई हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड कि ऋषभ को काफी बैकिंग मिला है फॉर द टैलेंट ही हैज. लाइक नो credits being taken away from him. बट बहुत सारे मैचेस थे ऋषभ वाज स्टिल बीइंग बैक्ड एंड बैक कि तू खेल. एंड उसी उसी टाइम संजू सैमसन का था कि चलो अभी सीरीज जीत गए, अभी तो एक मैच खेल. सो दैट एक्चुअली is somewhere I think where we lacked in terms of Sanju Samson कि उसको भी थोड़े और मैचेस दे देते तो maybe he could have excelled a lot, क्योंकि आरआर में he does well start of the season maybe but he does really well. So I think Team India अगर तभी ऋषभ को दे रही थी, maybe unfortunately we didn't have two teams back then, so एक को ही मिलता था चांस. एंड सडनली आफ्टर धोनी इट वाज लाइक कि पूरा वैक्यूम है कि कौन कीपर है. सो वी लाइक कि नहीं यार एक को ही टाइम देते. सो वी वो द माइंडसेट कि एक ही कीपर है क्योंकि 10 साल से वही कर रहे हैं. सो राइट नाउ इट इज गुड कि डीके भी है, ऋषभ भी है, वी आर थिंकिंग ऑफ ऑप्शंस एंड गिविंग मेनी पीपल चांसेस.
एग्जैक्टली एंड जैसे सुरेंद्र भाई भी कह रहे हैं कि अगर चांसेस मिल जाते देन वी कुड हैव सीन हिम डू वेल. बट आई थिंक जैसे ऋषिकेश और कबीर मेड अ पॉइंट दैट द रीजन व्हाई इंडिया परसिस्ट विद पंत इज बिकॉज ही इज अ लेफ्ट हैंडर एंड इंडिया को पसंद है लेफ्ट हैंडर मिडिल ऑर्डर में खिलाना. तो unfortunately we don't have any enough options for left hander in middle order apart from Rishabh Pant, and even Ishan Kishan was amongst the mix when he used to bat in the middle order for Mumbai Indians. But yeah, form की बात आ जाती है. But that is why I think Pant is the starter there just because he's a left-handed option for India. So hopefully in the future we can see Sanju Samson do well. As an RR fan, I would love to see him represent India, but at the current context, कोई भी खेले, we need to see India lifting the World Cup trophy, no matter who plays in the middle order. But yeah, definitely there are lots of players who have actually missed out on the squad because India में तो talent की कमी नहीं है. राहुल त्रिपाठी के बारे में भी लोग बात करते हैं. He should have been there amongst the playing 11 as well. Unfortunately, he didn't get enough chances yet. I think एक भी मैच खेले नहीं उनने. But
उसको आयरलैंड में मैच नहीं मिला ना.
नहीं मिला. That is the thing. I think everyone got a match apart from Rahul Tripathi. वैसे ही इश्यू हुआ था. ऋतुराज गायकवाड was also there. Don't forget. अभी जस्ट उन्होंने पूरी सीरीज के लिए. There is now nowhere to be seen. वैसे कितने प्लेयर्स है? पृथ्वी शॉ, I think fitness concerns है. There are lots of options.
Venkatesh Iyer is also not there. Like he was there in the World Cup last year.
Yeah.
I think that was mainly because ये पांड्या की बॉलिंग नहीं हुआ करती थी. But जैसे कनिष्क कह रहे कि नेक्स्ट ओडीआई वर्ल्ड कप में संजू हैज अ गोल्डन चांस ऑफ सिक्योरिंग हिज प्लेस, स्पेशली विद द काइंड ऑफ अ परफॉर्मेंस ही हैज हैड इन ओडीआई क्रिकेट सो फार, स्पेशली टुडेस मैच 43 नॉट आउट टू टेक इंडिया होम. I think that is the kind of an innings we expect from our number 5 and possibly Sanju will be in the middle order. So let's see what happens, guys. So 10 minutes to go, guys. Let us do the last bit of our prediction segment. So I love to do this because I'm not going to be a participating member in prediction. मेरे jinxes काफी strong रहते हैं, so I'm not going to participate. So let us see you guys having the fun. Starting with you, Kunal. Prediction for Asia Cup, mainly India Pakistan. I want to just throw a Yorker at you. India Pakistan का prediction करने बोल रहा हूँ. What do you think is going to happen? And which player could be the player to watch out for from India and maybe even Pakistan?
So I think it has to be, मतलब recent matches पे भी जब भी हम लोग हारे थे, I think Champions Trophy we lost and T20 Cup we lost, right? World Cup में तो जीत गए थे हम लोग. The whole problem has been मतलब एक आधे चीज की वजह से मिस अप कर लिया, लाइक वन प्लेयर हु प्लेड रियली वेल या फिर हम लोग का एक बॉलिंग में फायर किया, ऐसे सब चीजें. आई फील राइट नाउ अंडर रोहित शर्मा दैट वुड हैपन. प्लेइंग 11 का आई एम नॉट रियली श्योर क्या होने वाला एशिया कप में, बट आई ट्रस्ट रोहित शर्मा एंड आई हैव सीन व्हाट ही हैज डन विद एमआई एंड उस हिसाब, एंड नॉट जस्ट एमआई, ही हैज डन विद एशिया कप 20 मतलब 2018 वाला नीडर्स ट्रॉफी एज वेल. सो आई एम वेरी मच श्योर, जैसे कार्तिक उससे रोक के रखा था फॉर द एंड में आएगा तभी उसको भेजा था, एंड दैट वर्कड आउट रियली वेल इन Nidus Trophy. And not just that, in IPL as well, you've seen him do that really well. So I really trust the captain. And उस हिसाब से this is giving me the vibes of MS Dhoni back. You know, जब एक टीम कुछ भी हो, धोनी है तो he'll handle it because he knows how to pull the strings properly. So इस हिसाब से रोहित है तो I'm chilled out. So yeah, we're winning it. Sorry, prediction भूल गया. We are winning it.
Winning it definitely. Before we move to Upan here, तो थोड़ा ऑफ टॉपिक जाते हैं. सुरेंद्र भाई कब से कमेंट करे तो ले लेते हैं. कुणाल भाई के लिए स्पेशल कमेंट है. वो कह रहे हैं कि जब ऑक्शन डेट्स अनाउंस हुए थे 2022 आईपीएल में, तब आपने एक रील बनाया था टाइप्स ऑफ टीम्स इन आईपीएल ऑक्शन. उसमें आपने आरआर का जयदेव करके मजाक किया और एमआई ने उनड़कत को लिया. आपका रिएक्शन ऑन दैट? आई मेंशन दिस सेम पॉइंट ऑन एमआई लाइव. आई रिमेंबर ड्यूरिंग द ऑक्शन आई वाज देयर on MI Live and I was there when MI bought Jaydev Unadkat. तो मतलब मुझे तो काफी मजा आ गया था to see Kunal actually forcing himself to appreciate. अरे यार, it's a good buy. We have found a replacement. But Kunal, I want to know your thoughts, your honest thoughts.
No, honest opinion. See, हमेशा से it has been like, I don't know, जद्दू और या फिर रैना and CSK और शुभमन and KKR, like they're synonymous with that. उन्नतकट एंड आरआर का जो लव स्टोरी है, इट हैज बीन अ, आई डोंट नो, इट्स टू एपिक. एंड मुझे वो ब्रेक, मतलब इट वाज फनी बट एट द सेम टाइम अप्रिशिएटिव एज वेल, कि कितना तुम लोग प्लेयर को बैक कर रहे हो. एंड ऐसा, आई डोंट नो, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, आई फॉरगॉट द वर्ड, वो प्राइस कम करते रहते हैं ना. Dude, I'm getting
Bargaining,
triggered on you
bargaining.
right now. Yeah, bargaining, dude. Yeah. So वो करते करते मतलब you've always got him at a lesser price. So I think the joke was about, क्योंकि I was ready with multiple jokes, क्योंकि auction में जब आएगा तब उन्नतकट, तब we were sure कि RR fan है, कोई ना कोई तो रहेगा. So we'll joke about it as soon as you start bidding, because I knew any team could get him, right? Because he's end of the day he's a good enough bowler. So I'm not saying this because I'm an MI fan and we have him right now. He's genuinely a good bowler. तो तभी I was ready with my jokes कि संजय तो अभी आया तेरा प्लेयर करके तुम लोग बिड करोगे. But and I suddenly saw MI bidding for him. And I'm like, okay, wait, I think the joke's on me right now. And जो I don't know, Ronak या संजय, the moment they realized कि MI has purchased that, they started attacking me like anything. hey, क्या अभी क्या बोल रहा था वगैरह ऐसा. So I think I was happy कि ठीक है उन्नतकट मिला है. But I was sad कि all my jokes have gone in vain.
Kunal actually had a folder Jaydev Unadkar memes on his laptop. वो जाके delete कर दिया चुपचाप in the background while that I was happening. But
No,
yeah,
not
it was a
Unadkat memes,
golden.
bro. RR and Unadkat का love story वाले memes. वैसा वाला.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, IPL के बारे में तो बात करते ही रहेंगे, but definitely
Guys,
that's a funny
congrats on
story.
the
And
new teams acquired by RR as well. Like, congrats.
yeah,
And
Pal
Unadkat
Royals
as
and
well.
Barbados Royals, definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, it will be really interesting. I mean, even Mumbai Indians has got a team
Yeah.
in South
My
Africa,
Cape
MI
Town, yeah.
Emirates.
My Emirates.
So I
Wonderful
mean,
foreigners you guys have brought, man.
Yeah.
Livingstone,
अरे यार
Rabada.
मतलब
Dude, we learned a
the
lesson in the
trophy.
last auction. ये तक risk नहीं
No,
लेना
but
है.
this time it was like a contract thing. It was not an
हाँ.
auction. Like you guys got it on a contract basis. But it
Dude,
was
अच्छा
Tripadas.
brilliant.
BCCI
Like
wasn't
the
जो भी
allowed.
five players
आईपीएल
that
में
you
नहीं
had.
मिला वो वहां से ले लो,
क्या किया?
जो भी आईपीएल में नहीं मिला वहां पे ले लो सारे.
Yeah, badla nikala. If BCCI allowed Indian players, then definitely MI Emirates would have signed Unadkat. Yeah, jokes on you, Kunal. I think reverse card खेल रहे हैं हम लोग यहाँ पे. But yeah, definitely MI versus RR in SA. Definitely that is going to be an amazing thing. I think December or January में the tournament is going to be played, if I'm not wrong. So that is going to be an amazing rivalry. Super Oils are there to support. Hopefully, some Super Oils in South Africa as well to support the team, and in
Yeah, but
Barbados. I think
Sanjay,
CPL just. Huh?
yeah, not just Sanjay, actually all of you, because as an MI fan, we don't really have a team in CPL, right? Right now we have in UAE and South Africa, तो तुम लोग का already Barbados Royals है. Does that incline you towards watching that tournament? या फिर इतना नहीं होता? So you guys watch it genuinely,
Definitely
CPL,
inclines.
how many years?
The
I think
problem with CPL is
attachment
the timing, but we still
timing,
like
yeah.
keep
हाँ,
track of it. Yeah.
but you guys actually follow it कि यार अपनी team है,
Yeah.
वैसा vibe आता है, right? Awesome.
हाँ,
You guys,
Exactly.
definitely.
so you
I think
guys have
that is what.
CPL, you guys have South Africa का भी league, UAE का भी league, and IPL as well. You guys are lucky, yeah, nice. I hope MI takes
And
over one of
also,
these teams. Yeah.
also a women's team in CPL, Barbados Royals women's. I think only 3 teams in
Wow.
CPL have a women's team, and Barbados Royals is one of them as well. So
Nice.
definitely, I think action की कमी नहीं है, not just for Rajasthan Royals. I think
Yeah.
this is going to be the new trend going forward. IPL teams buying other teams in different
Yeah.
different tournaments. So we are not just going to enjoy in the months of April and May, but पूरा साल हम
Yeah.
enjoy करेंगे. We are slowly going towards that football route, club
Yeah,
based,
yeah.
franchise based cricket. So
I'm
definitely it's
actually
going to
happy
be
about
real
it.
fun.
I always
Yeah.
wanted it this way कि वो उधर देख, and even the auction का cap जो रहता है ना, वो भी नहीं होना चाहिए. Like I agree, it's too early and it will be bought over by very rich people from different countries. उससे अच्छा इंडिया में रख के धीरे-धीरे बढ़ा दो. But yeah, I think we have to get into the football way जहाँ पर international is just for मतलब कुछ matches है, but league नहीं पूरा take over करके दे दिए. So yeah, there's actually a good comment over here जहाँ पर Rohit Gihani is mentioning, guys, what's your take on Indian players not allowed to play in BPL? Oh yeah, it's over.
Very. I'll also take part in this, but firstly, I would love to see what you guys have to say. Anyone?
I think it's unfair. Like you're just not allowing somebody to have a fair source of income. I mean, as a professional cricketer, you only have so many revenues, and playing in a league in Australia, you also have that kind. You also happen to get that kind of an exposure. For instance, somebody like Sanju Samson, if you look at it, he's never been to a tour to Australia, right? And imagine him going into Australia, making a name for him for any of the franchises, and that kind of brings a lot of highlight on his performances is there, and it kind of forces the board to consider him in the squad. Similarly, there are many players who are not exactly going to be a part of this team, or who want to be a part of this team, but they just don't have that kind of performances. Maybe they do have it in domestic, but not enough in the international area.
Yeah,
And these franchise leagues are kind of semi international, so यहाँ पे
yeah.
जितने ये लोग अच्छा खेलेंगे, the spotlight goes on them. So
Okay,
I
okay.
think it's kind of unfair that they're not allowed to play.
But I think it's not like they are not allowed. It's just that तुम लोग को Indian team में chance नहीं मिलेगा. You can go and play, right?
You
I think
can't represent
Urmuk
India.
Chand did that. It was a very good decision, wise decision by him because he knew there's no scope.
But he was doing that not as an Indian national. I think he changed his nationality and then he went there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No,
I
but
And
don't
I
then
think
think
you
like
have to choose your nationality, and then comments में anti-national वगैरह आता है. So then players would
yeah.
be also
No,
like,
bro. But
players would be
what about
reluctant to do that.
no, bro. But
So
what about Praveen Tambe? He played the T10 league or something by just
I think
after
then
his
he was
after
contract
that he
ended.
wasn't allowed to play IPL.
so.
Next
Imagine
season
He
he
the
was
didn't
actually
play.
situation,
playing.
like a
Yeah.
48-year-old is never going to make it in the
हाँ.
Indian cricket team, right?
Fair.
तो
Yeah.
उसको बैन करने का क्या मतलब होता है? For the BCCI to ban him in
Yeah.
the IPL, it just doesn't make sense. And
Yeah.
like, this is just kind of unfair to any honest cricketer who just wants to make a few more bucks, and it's perfectly all right to go out there and explore yourself in different franchise leagues.
Exactly. I feel the point of view from BCCI कि उनको exclusivity चाहिए. They want to
हाँ.
keep players like
Playing with.
Virat
हाँ.
Kohli, Rohit
Right.
Sharma, Jasprit Bumrah playing only in one
Yeah.
particular team. They wouldn't mind them playing for other
Yeah.
teams because वो exclusivity रहती है. If you want to
Right.
watch
Right. Right.
Virat Kohli play cricket, watch RCB,
Yeah.
watch IPL. I think that
Yeah.
is what they want to do. But yeah, I completely agree with Upayan and Kunal here because बाकी players पे भी unfair हो जाता है जो who are desperately trying to make it big. तो I think the optimum solution would be कि जो central contract players रहे जो ऐसे A grade वाले contract players है, you can keep them exclusive to IPL, but those who are
That's a good
below the
one.
contract level, you can have them play abroad as well because obviously they are also fighting for their place in the
Yeah.
Indian team and they are not possible starters. तो बाहर जाके भी वो खेल सकते
Yeah.
हैं. So I think that can be an optimum
Yeah.
solution in the near future
Yeah.
because ऐसे नहीं है कि B grade C grade वाले जो Indian players है they are poor quality. I mean, you have
They're
some
that good.
brilliant B
Yeah.
grade,
Yeah.
C
Yeah.
grade players like Ishan Kishan. I think not Ishan Kishan, Rahul Tripathi is amongst them. I'm not sure the contracts of the current
Yeah.
Indian
Yeah.
team players, but we have lots of
Yeah.
talents. We've already seen that in the IPL as well. So
Yeah.
definitely BBL में तो
Even
होना ही चाहिए, not just BBL but everywhere to be honest.
No, speaking about, we spoke about going the football way. I think एक और चीज जो होना चाहिए, it should be a year-round event and international भी चालू है parallelly. That is the ideal way to go for it. And players get to choose कि मुझे अभी MI versus पकड़ बारबाडोस की मैच है, तो so Rohit gets to choose कि maybe it's not so important, so he'll play the international match, or he decides कि यार Zimbabwe tour तो छोड़, किसी और को जाने देते हैं. Basically, what happens in football? I don't watch football. I play a lot of FIFA. So वहां पर रहता है कि your player is on international duty, so वो नहीं खेल रहा है वैसा. So I think that could be a way around it. And secondly, एक और confusion जो हो रहा है कि मतलब right now it's windows, so maybe that's why it's possible कि South African team में भी है और इसके team में भी.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I think that's a little bit. So I agree
Because
about
there are
this.
only so many
Exclusive.
countries which play cricket and
हाँ,
there are so many which play football, right? I mean, आप
yeah,
कभी
yeah.
expect नहीं करोगे कि घाना से कोई आके IPL का कोई squad का हिस्सा भी होगा. So
Right, right.
that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Yeah,
exclusivity
this
thing has to be it. क्योंकि BCCI का जो dominance है, and the reason why India is doing so well is because financially we are strong and we are giving all the infrastructure and सब कुछ जो भी है. So they really are very cautious about that. I think that is the main focus over there. And I kind of agree, but yeah, I think the better option would be the what Sanchit mentioned, कि एक certain grade of contract है कि तुम लोग मत जाओ. Rest probably can go, and then you can do that.
definitely. I think this is a brilliant topic to discuss upon, and
Yeah.
unfortunately time का थोड़ा constraints है, but we'll keep this in mind. Next future episode में we can dedicate an entire hour for this, the future of cricket, maybe having other players play different parts of the league. So
Yeah.
थोड़ा sneak peek तो आपने देख लिया, तो
Yeah.
maybe in the future episode we can talk about it
Bro,
in
one
detail.
more topic. Reviving CLT20. That is a proper
अरे
feeling.
सर, दिल की बात छीन ली. CLT was like
The
nostalgic,
best
man.
thing. Like everyone agrees कि we want CLT20 back.
Of course, of
Definitely.
course. How can you
But
be a
वही
T20 fan and not want that?
It was the
Yeah,
best
exactly.
I
one.
think timing
Best
was
one.
wrong. Timing was wrong of
हाँ,
CLT20.
too early maybe. Yeah.
Too early, yeah. It was ahead of its time. Like अभी अगर
Yeah.
concept आ जाएगा with all the different franchise tournaments already established, then it is definitely going to be a big thing. So hopefully we will
Actually, if
see
you
that
come to
in.
think about it, we have like one franchise who has different teams in different leagues, right? So sometime in the future you might see the Royals having a separate tournament on their own, where Barbados is facing
Oh,
Rajasthan and
this
Parl
is
is
cool.
facing
Yeah,
that
this
can
is
also
actually
happen.
We
You
cool.
never
might see
know.
like exhibition games and stuff like that. It
Yeah.
would be
Did
quite
we
cool.
just give a startup idea to ICC? This was a very good idea, dude.
Maybe like Manchester City,
ICC.
Manchester City has their own different teams. So pre-season में they actually tour to different parts of the world जहाँ पे उनके already teams है.
Uh,
So maybe that
like
can be the future of
आरसीबी
IPL.
would fund that because end of the day ट्रॉफी आरसीबी को मिल जाएगी. So अगर आरसीबी वाले खेल रहे हैं अपने में, that
Still
could
a
I
be
think
a
question
good
RCB
mark.
is the
thing.
Still a
only
question mark.
only team. Kunal, RCB is
Yeah.
the only team to not have other team in the different teams yet.
Bro,
I think everyone
इतना
has it.
डिसअपॉइंटेड झेलेगा अभी. एक एक बस है. दो महीने का डिसअपॉइंटमेंट है. वापस जनवरी फिर अलग से दिसंबर में इतना नहीं परवड़ेगा भाई.
Yeah, I mean, मतलब banter के लिए तो time है. But yeah, I think it was great talking with you guys. Unfortunately, we are running short on time. So quickly prediction round complete कर देते. Kunal has already given his confident prediction for India
Winning.
Pakistan. He's saying a comfortable India win. Upayan, what about you?
I don't think anybody in this panel would say any other name but
I
India,
know.
because we all want that team to do well, and
Yeah.
it's a team with a lot of talent. I'll only
Yeah.
just I'll just say that earlier the spotlight was on a battle between Shaheen Afridi and Bumrah, but now it's
Ah,
probably going to be between Surya Kumar Yadav versus Babar Azam, because that number one T20 spot has yet to find a
yeah.
proper claim. So that is something which every fan in the Asia Cup will be looking forward to watch, and I sincerely hope that Sky does get his spot.
Sky is what Upayan thinks to be the player of the match. Rishikesh bhai, same India win definitely. Plus कौन
Of
से
course,
player
of course. See, I have a strong feeling that Kohli will score a half century in this match. So hopefully वो हो जाए. And the player to watch out from Pakistan will be Rizwan.
Rizwan, yeah, I think who can forget that opening partnership he's had. I mean
Yeah,
2021 के बारे
exactly.
में तो बात ही नहीं कर रहे हैं. That didn't happen. But jokes aside, I think that was an amazing partnership. Kabir bhai, what about you?
Of course, India win. Or I was also going to say Rizwan, but Rizwan के अलावा I think Shadab Khan is also someone to watch out for. All round experience है उनका, और काफी मेजोरिटी भी है, काफी टाइम से खेल रहे हैं क्रिकेट, तो इंटरनेशनल स्टेज पे काफी टाइम से खेल रहे हैं, तो he would be someone to watch out for. And from our side, I would say Yuzi. Yuzi against spinner against South Asian batsman is always something to watch out for. And yeah, I'm really excited. और इंडिया तो जीतेगी, वो तो established है, वो तो बोलने की भी
Bro,
जरूरत नहीं है.
what are like? How's your mentality with Rohit Sharma as a leader? Are you relieved? Are you still कि देखते हैं कैसे निकलते हैं क्या है? Because as an MI fan, I'm obviously biased कि यार रोहित है तो टेंशन नहीं है. What about you guys? Sachin, starting with
Dekho, I'll
you.
just try to answer it from everyone's behalf.
Yeah,
Under Virat Kohli, India has never won an Asia Cup. We
yeah,
have
I
Rohit Sharma
know.
now. We are so happy. No, seriously, we haven't won any multi-nation cup under Virat
Yeah,
Kohli.
fair.
We have won two under Rohit Sharma, and that time he was temporary captain. So that just
Yeah,
shows the level of
I think we
maturity that
all
man
have
has.
been
It was very natural for him to take the seat of
yeah,
captaincy, and maybe not all three formats together,
yeah.
but I think what, like, right now what we have is perfect.
And I remember suddenly जब नीरज ट्रॉफी वगैरह मिल गया था, रोहित शर्मा को कैप्टनसी मिल गई थी, तभी he had brought in Jadeja. And under Kohli what used to happen was Jadeja was not in the playing 11, वो हमेशा फील्डिंग में सब्स्टिट्यूट फील्डर करके लाता था. And because of good performances over there, he was picked in, let's say, the 2019 Cup and everything. And even Rohit के under, there was a stark difference क्योंकि उसके कुछ ही matches पहले we were having some match ODI वाली, and तभी 5 या 6 विकेट बाद यूसी और कुलदीप we were expecting them to chase down 160 or maybe 100 or something. And as soon as Rohit came in, I remember the depth, क्योंकि मेरा हमेशा कंसर्न वही रहता है कि 8 डाउन तक बैट्समैन मतलब इट शुडंट बी कि होप्स तो रखने चाहिए ना उन लोग के ऊपर, वैसे बैट्समैन चाहिए. चलो someone like उनक्कड़, कि आई वोंट बी लाइक कि चल उनक्कड़ 200 मार नहीं, 100 मार नहीं, but at least he can score 40 of 20, which is fair. That's
First
what I
person to
expect
have
of.
hopes on Unatkar, by the way.
Come on, dude. Coming from an RR
We
fan,
never
come
had.
on.
Since
We never had.
2018, since 2018 first person.
Dude, this
2018 के time
season,
पे हम सबको.
Acha, okay. Dude, this
Too
season
too
we
far
actually
memories.
relied on him. I remember a few matches he was hitting sixes in the end. So we have a lot of respect and hopes from Unadkat. Bro, you look a lot like Unadkat with that jersey and the beard and hairline. Do you guys agree? This guy.
highlight this. जो भी editing कर रहा है Super Royals का, make sure you clip this point and make it
Yeah.
viral.
Take off the glasses and just, I don't know, you might just
Me?
have, yeah, dude, you with the RR
कल से
नहीं
jersey.
Sanjay
यार,
को
ऐसा
जाना.
मत बोले यार.
Come on.
नहीं यार, चलो
Upan got nervous.
चलो बाय.
Upan nervous हो गया था.
चलो बाय.
Well, yeah, definitely. So to sum it up in a nutshell, we love Rohit Sharma's captaincy, जैसे कनिष्क भाई कह रहे हैं, and definitely, I mean, after that entire Virat Kohli debacle with the fallout with BCCI and everything, from India's point of view, we wanted to just calm things a little bit in with cricket's point of view, and the best way was Rohit Sharma's captaincy, and he has already proven it with results. Wonderful series wins in England, plus brilliant captaincy as well. So we can say that we are pretty much relieved and confident going ahead into the World Cup. तो जो 2021 में हुआ था, unfortunately, with the entire fallout off the field and on the field, we can pretty much say कि हाँ हम confident है going to Australia for the World Cup. So brilliant captaincy from Rohit Sharma and definitely have high hopes going into the World Cup. But definitely, guys, Rohit Khedani कह रहे thanks for appreciating my captain. Yeah, I mean Rohit भाई मचा रहे यार. Not just like Super Oil में भी तो रोहित ही मचा रहे हैं. Even in cricket रोहित मचा रहे हैं. So good to see you, Rohit bhai. But that's all we had for today. I mean, thanks Kunal for gracing
Lovely.
us with your time, and really we appreciate you guys coming on to the show from different parts, and it was great to talk with you. So any closing thoughts you would want to share with us and the viewers in the comment section?
No, I actually enjoyed this podcast a lot, and I would love to be a part of multiple other podcasts. I'm sure there'll be a lot more. You guys are having this on a weekly basis, right? So I really hope, and I really enjoyed it. ऐसा लगा नहीं कि मैं काम कर रहा हूँ. It was more of a fun cricket lovers के साथ discussion कर रहा हूँ, and everyone was really fun. There was no नहीं मेरे को यही चाहिए वो ही चाहिए. So I think that is one thing which we are lacking on social media as well. हर एक को इतने मतलब rigid opinions रहते हैं ना, and हर चीज पे offend होते रहते हैं. We made fun of each other's teams as well. If you have made fun of players, no one got offended. I think that's how most Indian fans should be right now.
Definitely. And guys, do check out Kunal's social media handles. So Cricket with Kunal उनका YouTube channel है. You can see it in the title as well. Just make a click and go and subscribe. So cricket, अभी especially India Pakistan आएगा, you can expect a lot of content. Maybe in meme format जैसे last year किया था with India Pakistan Asia Cup and the World Cup. So definitely subscribe to that channel. Also follow him on Instagram. You can see the handle in front of his name, the Blue Hoodie Guy.
Insta focus
and he's
so please come on Insta.
Yeah, Insta I think is his main priority. जाके follow कर दो भाई को. He is definitely a wonderful content creator. So thanks guys, thanks for being a part of this episode. It was great to talk about a look ahead into India Pakistan game, Asia Cup, World Cup, and we talked about Commonwealth Bank game as well. Plus a little bit of banter between MI and RR. यही तो पसंद है, like when we sit together to talk about cricket, जैसे कुणाल ने कहा, we love to share our opinions, we love to joke around, we love to discuss. I mean, at the end of the day, cricket is the real winner. जैसे रवि शास्त्री कहा करते हैं कि we should enjoy ourselves watching and cherishing the sport that we love. So that's all we had for today. Thanks Upayan, Rishikesh, Kabir and Kunal for joining us. This is Sanchit Desai on behalf of Super Royals signing off. Make sure you subscribe to Super Royals Fan TV as well and follow us on all social media platforms. We will be back on next Saturday to discuss and as we build closer to that India-Pakistan game or content aa jayega. So make sure you subscribe and tune in next time. So this is Sanchit here signing off. Have a great night everyone. Take care.
Allah bol.